So, you suddenly feel like buying someone else a computer, whether that be because they're celebrating something or like they won something as an award. Now you want to buy that person a computer. Now, here are the three things you should really, really, really consider when you're gonna buy someone a PC. The first thing is, what are they gonna use it for? Second thing is, how much do they understand about computers or PCs? And how much money are you willing to spend for this one person? Firstly, what are they going to use it for? Are they going to use it for gaming, or are they just going to use it for office work? Now, first and foremost, if they're going to use it for gaming, you're going to need something with a bit more power, something like a PC with a good graphics card and a good CPU. But if you're just giving someone for the purpose of them watching YouTube videos, doing their assignments, typing on Google Docs or maybe Microsoft Word, then you don't really need that much spec or power. Of course, on the contrary, the opposite also works the same. If they need to use it for something heavy like rendering or editing or gaming, then you need to like put a lot more spec into the CPU or into the GPU. For example, if you want to give someone with the intent of them using the laptop or computer just for office work, then you can get away with like a Dell XPS computer or maybe just a standard laptop. Of course, you're not going to run any games on it, but you can work your assignments on that. You can also watch YouTube videos, also watch Netflix on it. Now, if you intend to give it to them with the purpose of them getting the computer for gaming, now I recommend for something higher spec. Something like a gaming laptop or a gaming PC. You can buy pre-built, but of course, building them yourself would be cheaper, and building it with used products makes it a lot cheaper. Secondly, how much do they understand about PCs or computers? Now, you're not just gonna give a janky build to someone who does not understand anything about computers. Let's say you're giving your grandma a computer. Would she understand how to turn it on? Let's say, for example, you built it yourself. You built this PC for your grandma yourself. Now, let's say there's a problem. Would she be able to troubleshoot it herself? This factor is quite important because it determines how long the user who you're buying this computer for will use the PC. If the individual does not understand how to use a computer, well, they're not gonna use the computer. Now, on the other hand, if you have like someone who's like extremely experienced, like a tech geek, maybe someone like me, I'd be more appreciative if like you built me a PC. But if it's someone who does not understand a thing about computers, then you can just buy them a pre-built Dell XPS again. Of course, it might not have the best spec, but it's the most basic and it works. It does its job as a computer. Now, the level of understanding is important for computer maintenance and computer usage. If the person you're giving the PC to does not even understand how to use an OS or a search engine properly, then I highly doubt the PC would be used for any high demand activities. Now, on the other hand, if someone is like really into technology, then you can really expect them to use the PC for something a lot more heavier. Maybe stuff like rendering, gaming, 4K editing again. Yeah. Now, third, how much money are you willing to spend? Now, of course, with PCs, you can go like really cheap by buying used. If you buy used, you can like get a lot more bang for your buck. It's better to buy new if you do have the money, but if you don't worry. Most used PC parts are either only used as a customer, which means they're still in pretty good condition. Now, if you're willing to spend $1,000 for someone, because $1,000 can vary a lot from different people. For example, let's say I'm buying a $1,000 entire setup for my grandmother. I'd more focus on the monitor, the keyboard, and the mouse to make sure the usage is more comfortable for the user, because hence I don't think someone like that would use the PC for stuff like gaming. Now, if I were to buy someone like my cousin or someone who's like a young teen or a young adult, I'd focus more of that budget to the performance of the computer, like the PC itself. Why? Because he's more likely to use the PC for something that's like high demand, that's very demanding, which is why it's very important to consider these three things. But in conclusion, three things are: first is what are they gonna use it for, which is the usage. Second is how much do they understand about computers. And third is how much money are you willing to spend for them. These are the three things that I would consider before buying someone a computer. because you don't want to buy someone a computer and then they just don't use it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Goodbye.